So Garrett's been playing an awful lot of Spider-Man 2, so I just wanted to kind of sit down and talk about the game with him. So let's check it out.
Nothing really too much. I have to say most of the favorite parts of the game are just swinging around and landing on stuff, apparently.
How far into the game are you right now?
I want to say I got to be probably about a little bit at halfway or maybe a little bit before.
Okay. Cool. I see you have the black suit.
Yep.
It's not really a spoiler. They kind of showed that off early on in the trailers.
This is a side mission, though, that I started before I came over and I didn't realize it.
They're more riled up than usual.
What are you doing?
Right now, you're looking to hunt down Craven.
Classic Peter Parker
This
look
actually
isn't gonna cut it.
But so, like, Craven the Hunter is in New York. He already caused a bunch of trouble.
Oh, really?
He's the reason the black suit is on Peter currently.
Oh, that's kind of wild.
Yeah.
We were just saying how that suit looks extra alien.
And then
Whoa, I'm a spy.
That's Peter?
yeah, they changed him up a little bit. He used to have like a different face. They changed him a bit for the second one. But
Yeah.
Never did that with me.
my little sister says it gives her Tom Holland vibes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hey,
More
Hey,
like
you.
Tom Holland.
come over here.
Which is
That's
neat
Mr.
because once
Kravinoff's
you,
bodyguard.
as of right now, I can't switch
bodyguard?
his suits
Dima.
because of the Venom thing and it's part of the story. But like,
Sounds like your
they
shift's
have all of
starting.
the classic suits
I'll leave
there,
you to
including
it.
like the Tom Holland Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire's.
Really? That's pretty neat. I saw that they had a Black Panther suit.
Yeah, I actually
They look
have
pretty
it
sweet.
4 miles. If I can, they won't let me see it while we're in here. But I have it. I just bought it 4 miles actually, and they have for every suit you have like different colors you can pick.
That's cool. That's one of the things I was wondering about with this game, because the first game had so many suits in it already. I'm like, how are they going to add more?
Well, apparently there's even I've seen TikToks or videos of more suits being released, and some of them look pretty cool.
Really?
I mean, there's a lot. Spider-Man goes through a whole bunch of suits in the comics, from what I'm told.
Are they new suits, or it's just other suits they never had in the game?
It's like a combo. So there's old ones that they have been in there before, plus there are ones from previous Spider-Man, different like one-offs that he's been in. Like there's one that I call the fishbowl, and it's just like Miles Morales. It looks like he has a fishbowl on his head. But the one that he has right now has like a cat with him.
God, this game is gorgeous. I noticed that when you were swinging around New York, it was just totally beautiful.
Oh, it's
300-year-old
fantastic.
sleeping dog will
I mean, there's
never
some
work.
glitches
You
in here
are
that
so
are
certain.
kind of hilarious,
Oh, yeah.
but overall,
Show
like
me
I'm
that.
pretty impressed with the game. It's a good continuation.
Too.
Yes?
It's got a pretty compelling story.
What do you think as far as the
Poison is ancient, and
gameplay?
you don't even
I
know
know
how
people
to
said
use that
that the
thing.
first game was kind of slow. There was a lot of missions that kind of slowed things down, where you're playing as Mary Jane, taking photos or sneaking around. Did they cut that out in this game, or?
No, there are still some Mary Jane episodes, which kind of suck. There are some like what I like about this one is they have the story continuation not only of Peter Parker from the first one, but from Miles Morales from his runoff game.
Really?
So Miles is also a very prominent member of this game as well.
What's the split? Is it like 50-50?
It seems like it,
60-40?
because you can switch, I guess, at will whenever you want.
Okay.
And then you can switch
probably
whenever
the
it goes
maitre d'
to
by
like
the
certain side points. So go, well, I should check in with Miles, and the camera will switch. And it'll kind of be like a GTA where it zooms to
Yeah.
where they're at.
Really?
And you're trying to help Miles, like,
That's one of the
he's trying to write his college acceptance
Yes, he is in the
essay,
other
and
room by
he
the
just keeps
fire.
putting it off.
Well,
Oh.
Mr. Craven,
He doesn't know what to do.
There are some. Quite right.
Now, when you go into a main story mission, can you do it with either one, or it'll switch depending on which one you need?
It'll switch depending on which one is needed. It is a relatively
like a
linear
bodyguard to me.
story.
Okay.
But I have to admit it's a good one so far. I've really enjoyed it. And I have to admit Harry Osborn is a great character.
Yeah, I saw he was. So I never finished the first game. I got kind of bored about halfway through the first game because it was so repetitive. And I can't remember what I was playing at the time, but it just kind of drew me away from the game.
It still has some of those aspects. It's still very much like a superhero game where you kind of run around. I get extremely satisfied just from swinging.
Did they change the combat a lot?
What
Is
the
that
hell
Craven?
is this?
No, that's not. That's just
I was told
Craven's
to deliver
bodyguard.
this to Mr. Kravenoff's
I was
personal
gonna say,
bodyguard.
wow, that's a different look from Craven.
No, Craven kind of looks like what he's got like the big fur coat. He's an absolute built
You know,
unit. You see him
you're,
like he's in
huge.
New York hunting all of the
Demon's very
superheroes,
hungry.
Oh, wow.
including villains and everything.
You should leave now.
So he's like everything that's
So
kind of
funny.
started
I
because of this
was
game has
just
been related
about
to
to do
Craven
that.
showing up and causing all types of trouble. Like you see some prominent superheroes are actually or super villains are
looking
dead
up at that
from
room.
him, and you have to see him
Gotta
kill
find
one.
the elevator.
Wow. This is after that Avengers
That's just
game
the
released
shield bearer.
and Guardians of the
Please tell me
Galaxy and
again.
everything else. Do you see any other heroes in this game, or is it just Spider-Man and Miles?
So far, it's just Spider-Man. They had like an image of a couple people in it. So I don't know if there's anyone else in there at the moment. I haven't seen anyone.
Coming through.
Oh.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Move. Coming through.
This mess. If everything
Oh
isn't perfect, we're
no,
all
Peter.
Coming through.
No,
So what do you think about the combat? Did they add more to it? Is it less button mashy than the first game?
I don't necessarily think it's too different. Like they added a lot more.
The first game was very Arkham-like with the combat where you're dodging, rolling around, punching, heavy punch.
It is kind of like that. There isn't as much of a heavy punch anymore. They make you parry people this time. There's a lot more. I've noticed. You have to rely a little bit more on like your gadgets and your abilities. And I like that doing certain activities during the fights can like recharge them. So perfect parries or perfect dodges can increase your recharge rate for stuff. It's just getting his absolute shit. But I can't say they changed the combat too much, but I don't really know how they would. It looks like they cleaned it up a little bit, but it's still kind of just I do like that there's parts where you run into
You wouldn't happen to be Dima. Crap. Well, that explains the secret menu.
I love that black suit.
it's the symbiote suit is super cool.
It's so wet.
A tiger.
Yeah, it's definitely very like
new.
slimy looking.
Yeah.
All right.
I do know
Let's
at the
give
end of the
Dima
game,
something to eat that
I don't
isn't
know if this is
spider
necessarily a
food.
spoiler. I haven't beaten yet either, but I've seen like on videos where you lose the Venom suit, but they give you the Venom, like the anti-Venom suit, which is like the same thing
Oh.
but white. So you'll see Peter get up and then like, all of his skin like turns white and like shifts over his body, and then he like walks into fight. It's like kind
That
of neat.
study
Oh,
might help
God.
me
I
find
like the
Craven.
suiting up like that the suit
First,
does.
Yeah, that's
break
that's
out the
awesome.
Do I just knock? What am I supposed to be doing?
I don't know why they haven't done this more. I mean, you would think, yeah, it's an alien, it's making a suit, so it's a little weird when the symbiote switches into a tux. Suddenly, it's not white and slimy. But you would think everything it would change into would be like a nasty, gross kind of looking.
Because it is definitely, like they're definitely playing on it's alien. They don't really know what it is because you don't really see how it's in. All you know is that it was used, and this is just from the end of the first game, that it was used to save Osborn's son.
Can't let him see me down there.
I want to do that.
Yeah, I have seen that clip from the first game where he's kind of like floating in the tank.
Can I just like? Nope. You can't let me
How are you
see
supposed to get that?
Wants me to look for distractions. I'm just dumb. That's what it
A
is. They just
meal
talked
fit
about
for a
this game.
Russian tiger bodyguard.
I always just enjoy how he talks at a normal volume, despite knowing for a
Have to make
fact
a
that
few
he
Right.
can hear you
adjustments to
with
this
that.
meal. This stuff looks
Yeah, and if you're in a room like that, I don't care if you're watching a fight. You're gonna notice a guy in the chandelier right above your head.
Oh,
A lot of
absolutely.
bodies by that sleeping hunter.
Steal your dart, big boy. He's gonna wake up right as we pull.
Yeah. Ew.
Our little secret. Sleepy time for
They were just
Dima.
tranking the tiger or
Snooping
whatever.
Yeah.
time for Peter. If this doesn't work, there's only one other thing on the menu. Me.
I do like it because they're showing
Hi,
me that
Dima.
this suit is doing what it does, like in the comics. It's making him
A
angry.
little snacky snack.
And like when he fights, he's like getting slow. You can see it, the longer he's wearing it, the angrier he's getting. It hasn't been on for maybe like more than like 10 hours or whatnot, but it hasn't affected him too much. But from what I've seen of the videos online, it looks like he gets pretty angry.
Really?
Yeah, he's just like the suit makes him like
Chef
paranoid and
Spidey
jealous and stuff,
masterpiece.
so he like is like defending it completely.
Now,
Guess
what do you
Craven's
need in
too
here?
cool for his own
Gonna make
party.
him look at crap probably.
Should
Does
look
that a lot.
around in case
This
he
is the
left
other thing. It
lizard
makes this
serum
is like very
somewhere in here.
Arkham-y, where it makes you like wander around and look for stuff. Where it's like you want to look at this, and then you got to zoom in
Must have
on
just missed him.
things.
I feel like that kind of fits
Craven
better for Batman.
Prey?
It does. I mean, Spider-Man's a smart guy, but it's like I don't know. I've always kind of like attributed to him, especially in this suit, as like he runs in and just like absolutely batters things.
Right.
Because this is essentially
Didn't
him
know
kind of
hunting could
becoming
be
like
so
Batman,
existential.
really, when he's like angry like this and
He's
wants
better
like,
read than I would
vengeance.
have thought.
Because
Nothing like
Peter
some
is a
light
scientist.
philosophy
He's a
between
smart
hunts.
dude. Like he, I don't know.
I think they lean a little too heavily on that because it's like, how you going to tell me even if this kid's a genius, he has access to make
No serum.
semi-organic web
These
fluid that
drugs
Right.
dissolves in an
late-stage
hour? Like,
chemotherapy.
how?
Are these Cravens?
How does he do that in a science lab at school?
That's why I like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, where it's just in his
Yeah,
wrist.
he
It's
just,
like,
like,
you don't have
makes
to.
it. Oh, there you go.
Which I know that's a whole thing with the Spider-Man fan base is organic versus inorganic webs. But
It looks like it's just saying like we're looking to hunt. The world gets
Yeah.
stronger when we hunt.
The chapel prepared. Saint Sophia's.
I want to know how much was in that tranquilizer
Craven
to
has
put
to be
down
there
a
with the
full,
serum.
like, that's
Time
like
to
a
move.
400, 500 pound tiger.
I know.
So Craven has a pet tiger.
And we'll just
That
ignore
tracks.
the fact that it shot into that guy's neck and injected him with the
Yeah. So like the,
sedatives. Like, how much would be left in that dart?
Don't see Craven's lizard serum here.
so yeah, he just in the,
What are
the
these
show or in the
potions?
story, he just made Doc
Wonder if this
Connors
is how he's
become
so
the lizard
freakishly
again.
strong.
Hmm.
And the lizard in this one is significantly more like raptor-y looking, like kind of like a chameleon mixed with a raptor almost.
Was he in the first game?
I want to say yes. I don't really remember, to be honest.
Yeah, he's choking on a trank dart.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't just like perforate its stomach or something.
It's not what it looks like.
Yeah, so then they'll do this like, well, now we just fight everybody. And since your thing, I'm gonna screw this up a bunch since you are
Okay, suit.
combat.
Let's see what you can really do.
So something called a symbiote surge.
Okay.
Could you switch these?
Oh, you're using that one. Here. Let me see that.
I was like, did we switch? I just grabbed the first one I saw. You got fancy controllers.
Now you're on default.
So that's like the parry system, and they make it look,
did not tell me it felt like this.
because I really do like it because they really emphasize how much harder he hits.
Feels so.
Right, yeah, when you see him punch, it's like it's got all that fluid coming out of his fist. It's a big.
And you see he's like, his moves have always been kind of brutal, so it always makes me laugh when they say like, Spider-Man doesn't kill. He 100% kills.
Oh, yeah.
This thing knows exactly how I like to fight.
It's kind of hard in a video game. Like, how would you really do that? When you're playing a character, you want him to hit hard, but also kind of brace the reality when it's like, yeah, he's not killing these people, but he's just slamming onto the concrete like that.
Yeah, like 100% doesn't kill you.
I'm a one-man army now.
Oh, wow, look at that.
I could
The
get used to
environment's like destructible, too. You're like destroying the walls.
Yeah, like I really do like what they do. And then they're like, you can like instant finishers that they give you, or that
shut
I
down.
don't care who you are, that's probably gonna kill you.
Yeah.
So like those moves that get the red thing, they changed a little bit where you have to, rather than dodging them like they usually used to make you do, you have to block them. You have to do it perfectly, otherwise you take damage, and then if you do it perfectly, like it takes their weapon.
I guess they don't really want to change up the combat too much in between games in the same series. I can see if it was like a completely different type of Spider-Man game, but
They still have the health thing where you can get that again, but I do like changing a little bit where the combat isn't as repetitive, but it's still the same. The punches.
Yeah.
Because that's a new move that you get that also webs the enemy into the wall.
Spider-Man is one of those characters where he's got all the cool villains and all the cool stories that go with them, so that's one of the reasons I want to play this, just to see what happens, because I heard the first game had a really good story. And
I will admit the story of this game is still really good. I really do. I really do enjoy it. But you can also do like the missions that I really enjoy, where you're running around and you just do like you're just doing like random city stuff, and you find like Miles Morales and try and defend the city, and like you can actually team up with them and you guys can fight together, and they'll do like combos together. So like you can go to knock out someone and the defeater will throw them in the air and Miles will like, kick them down on the ground.
does Miles like exist somewhere in the city? Like, could you just go find him, or you have to switch to him to see him?
I think it's a lot like how they did in like Grand Theft Auto, where it's like he's in the city and you can only find him when you switch to him, but you just have to have the idea that he's out there doing Miles stuff.
Right. Every time I see those spider legs, I think of Superior Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, the Iron Spider legs.
Yeah.
I would love a Superior Spider-Man, because that is like the coolest version. He is such a brutal character.
Yeah.
What is the point of being over here? Nothing. Was I supposed to try to sneak out? I thought I got kicked through a window.
Oh, now you gotta just leave.
That was fun.
It's the Green Arrow! Wow.
Like the tendrils.
I'm not your daddy, Spider-Man.
Like, yeah, he's dead. I don't...
That wasn't me. You should ice that.
So now it looks like I'm starting to find out that the symbiote is able to do stuff without me.
Hey, Pete. Any luck?
No Craven yet, but I think I know where he is.
How's the suit?
Weird. It's like it knows me. Don't worry, buddy.
Because Harry...
It would
Take
be-
care of everything.
So he
Promise.
kind of was like... He looked like he was the agent of Venom or whatever.
Oh.
Agent Venom. I think that's who he was like, because his suit is
Okay.
very much modeled like that one.
Interesting.
But the part of the first game that really sold me was literally just the city traversal, and they definitely got it like way better. Because they have like the standard speed that increased. You can literally go into like the wingsuit mode that allows you to fly around.
The city's basically the same, right?
Pretty much. They do. What I don't like is that they put on blockers at certain spots, so like you can't really go anywhere in certain spots. Like the walls, the city's huge, but there are walls that like hard block you out that you can't go through.
Really?
Yeah, which is kind of odd for a free roam game where you already have like the basic map built from the previous one.
Is that... Why would they do that?
I don't know. Oh, see, there you go. Well, I'm in a mission area, so I guess that's what's kicking me out. But even like in the free roam, there's spots you can't do.
So why is that? Do you think it's an area you just haven't unlocked yet? And they're trying to keep you out, or do you think there's
it's
just nothing
I
programmed?
think there's just like a landscape with it.
Oh. I saw some people were mad because they were like, yeah, they're reusing the same city, you know, but...
But the city wasn't broken the first time. If anything, they just made it look better.
Right, and it's usually better when they can reuse some of those assets, too, like they did with Tears of the Kingdom, you know, they just expanded on it so much more. You don't have to completely make the environment from the ground up. It
Like,
frees up a lot of other things.
well, yeah, and then you can focus on making web
It's you!
slinging
I knew
faster.
that was
I
our
mean,
meet
I
cute
bet
back there,
that's
I
why
knew
they
it!
probably have as many glitches as they do, because they
Yeah.
do have a lot of glitches.
I'd love to get to know you better, but I got some business to take care of.
This is like a boss character.
See, your boss has been up to no good lately.
Didn't do shit.
This is my city, not his
Now,
job.
what do you have there on the bottom left and right? Special
He
abilities?
killed
So you
Scorpion.
have
Let the
this
lizard loose.
like you have your spider limbs, or like
And
The
he
right side
stabbed
is
me
mechanical.
pretty
What is the left
the
side?
left side are
is-
your gadgets. So like
I'd
you
like
can do
a word
stuff where
with
it
him.
shoots
good,
things.
especially about that last part.
I don't think of Spider-Man as using gadgets.
Well, that's the thing. He actually does use a lot of them.
Yeah, I guess the spider bots.
Well, he's got spider bots.
these
He
guys?
typically will use them when he is like in missions and stuff. He has like web gadgets more of like this stuff. Like, throw out and then like launch people.
They had stuff like that in the first game, didn't they?
Yeah. They weren't as useful in my opinion. Like now when you're in trouble, you can just do that, pull them all around, knock shit down, get your ass. They still have like the perfect dodge system.
Do they have difficulties in this game?
Yeah, so there's like amazing, they're all different versions of Spider-Man. Amazing, spectacular, and then there's one where I just put it on like the second.
Okay. So a step above normal?
Yeah. So probably hard, I guess is what it would be. It's always like hard, and then every other video game will like nightmare.
Right, yeah, that's what I was just gonna say, nightmare mode.
Like it's neat because they add in like when you nail someone like that, spit shoots out of their mouth. Although, you know, with how hard you're hitting people, it should be a lot more.
Right, it's like their teeth fall out or something. So what are your biggest issues with the game?
The combat's still kind of boring, a little bit. Like, it's fun. Like, you can do a lot with it, but it does get repetitive. So a lot of it is just kind of like dipping around until you get to these stupid freaking guys. You have to take them out. They're really annoying. You're dead. I do like how you get shot with the arrows and they stay in your back, though.
You just totally absorbed it. Is it the same way with the regular suit, or is that
They'll
just
stay
with
there.
the venom?
They stay there. What I do like about the suits is the more damage you take, the more beat up the suit gets.
Oh, really?
So, like, you'll see, even with Miles and with Peter, with Peter, you'll see, like, his suit will get ripped up. You'll see, like, his legs exposed, chest will be partially exposed.
That is cool, yeah.
So, like, that's how they indicate your health. And then you can do, like, the resource where you press down on the D-pad and it'll refill your health. And then, like, your suit will repair itself. So it's kind of like a visual indicator of your health besides the bar. It is kind of fun just to, like...
I like that, and I don't like that. Like, healing repairs your suit. What's the logic with that?
It's spider powers, man.
Yeah.
Don't you know spiders can do that?
Yeah, sure, spider powers.
Coming.
Yeah. But that is cool. Like, that's a... Spider-Man always looks so badass when his suit's all ripped up and his face is, like, half exposed.
Yeah, and they have, like, the TASM, or, like, the Amazing Spider-Man, so they have, like... You can get, like, the really, like, they just overhauled what's it called, Tobey Maguire, so, like, made his suit, like, the spider suit blacker, they made his lines a little bit different. So,
Oh,
like,
really?
They're a little bit more crisp, would be the way to put it.
Here to pick up a
Are all
serum
of the
order
movie
for
suits in the
Dr.
game?
Connors?
So far, yeah. They don't always have the same name, like... They don't have, like, the Iron Spider suit from the new Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland. They have, like, it's called something different.
But basically the
But
same.
yeah, and then he has his own suit, which is kind of neat, because this Spider-Man, I think he's in World, like, 220 or whatever. He's actually in, like,
You have hunted.
the new Spider-Man movie, the one with, the animated one. I can't remember the name.
Oh,
The Spider-Verse,
yeah.
there you go. He's actually in there. You see, like, his image on the screen, because he's actually a part of it.
If you
Oh.
have the strength to finish
This
what you
Spider-Man is in
started.
that movie?
You see, like, his image of him, yeah. Because he's actually part of the universe.
I still haven't seen that.
It's a good movie.
I've been meaning to do it. How is he not catching this guy?
Raven is a bit different. Raven's a bit of a monster.
But his spider sense isn't working?
That's what I don't get. Because, like, I don't know, maybe it's because he's a beast, but he really wants to kill you. He's also, like, real strong. Too. And now we're probably finding out that Soundwave is really screwed. Yep. Because all Kraven wants is a hunt.
I'm just here to save my friend.
It's weak to
It's
eye
cool. I was like
frequency.
flying back away from him.
I like how it's just like you can see it clearly freaking out.
Yeah.
We'll finish this later.
Why would he not just finish him there? Now
he's
Kraven
weak in-
knows what his weakness is.
I kind of knew that to begin with. Yeah, so he's just looking for something that can kill him.
This video is brought to you by your support on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/GrouchyGus94 to help support the channel.